Hello, hello, it's the classic Lotus 79 on Road America and iRacing. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be a tough one. 22 cars on the grid, we're starting 21st, that's the good sign. The bad sign is there were 35 incidents in qualifying. Most of the cars were in several spins and accidents. They've done something to the car, and it's very, very difficult to drive, especially on cold tires. So we're expecting a lot of trouble. Of course, the top guys are still the top guys, but the rest of us mortals are holding on for dear life. We had practice on Monday. It did not go well. Let's get to the grid and see what happens. Boop, 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 boop. Oh. Sound effects are always appropriate.
Cutting it close to the finish.
I believe we're going to be lapped, so that's not an issue. If we even get to the finish. If we get to the finish, I am going to be happy. I'm telling you right now, this is not going to be like the last race at Monza. Well, it might partially be that way, but I am not pushing. I am holding on for dear life.
Green, green, green.
Oh my god, what's this guy doing? About the back 5 cars pretty much just didn't bother to go. Because they're like, oh, there's the accident. Yeah, there's somebody off. No, nobody's off? Okay, we got a lot of smoke, but nobody's off. Alright, yeah, somebody's off. This yellow double wide, he wanted to let me go, but he wouldn't. Now he won't pass me, so I don't know what to do about him. I don't want him behind me, and he refuses to get in front of me. So I don't know. Okay, so we had a guy go off of turn 1 as expected, but he was able to rejoin. There's kind of a lot of runoff there, so if you're not totally beaten up. But the key here, see, look, the way the car is going off. You cannot be under acceleration or braking while turning. Oh, don't. Oh! Okay, this guy on the right, I don't know. God, what is wrong with these guys? Those two got in another accident because they're idiots. I saw it coming. The guy behind me just... But yeah, I am not making this stuff up. You might think, geez, Spear seems to be blowing these things out of proportion. I mean, he's just going crazy there on the grid, acting like, you know, things are going to happen. I know what I'm talking about sometimes. I was told, you know, by several different sources who do not know each other of the issues and complaints people have been making. Apparently there has been quite a change to the tires. Or something. I mean, people are all assuming it's tires, but who knows, you know, they could change anything and not tell you about it. Okay, so this guy behind is obviously trying very hard to oh! Don't hit me, sir! He's obviously trying very hard. That's car number 6. He's trying very hard to go into the pits. I think he quit. And he's going so fast into the pits, I think he quit. 21.3. Shannon behind, car number 22. I do not trust. Shannon did a 2-minute lap in qualifying, which I would easily blow by on a clear day. Listen, you might be saying, that Spear, did he record his audio after the race just so it sounded like he was a complete and utter genius? Yeah, that I guess we'll never be able to tell. But I wasn't making it up when I said these cars are impossible to control. Shannon got on the accelerator while still turning, which is a no-no. I am taking these corners like it's a city street. I'm in my road car here, and we're just casually driving around the city streets. Okay, somehow we were 17th. I don't know how we were 17th. Out of how many? 21. 21. Actually, I think we should have gained a lot more than that. It seemed like there was a lot more cars that were off. Oh, that one rejoined in front of us from T1. That's right. But it seemed like, yeah, and there were a couple between T5 and T6 that were on the left. They also rejoined, but then the ones on the right did not. So, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I mean, I am where I am. It doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to survive. I'm trying to get through this. Laos, Miguel out, and fast drivers are out. But yeah, I mean, that's the problem. It's not a problem for me. It's a problem for them. They're the ones with the problem. What I mean is, they're fast. They're really good drivers, so they have to push. They want to try to win this race, so they have to go. Oh my God! So they have to push as hard as they can, even though it makes it even harder and harder to control the car. The more you push, the harder it is. So naturally, they're, this time we came back and bit them. That happens. Most auto sport, all in macro. But fast guys occasionally will crash out, just because of the nature of going fast and going for moves, taking chances because you want to be ahead. You don't take chances, you're never going to win. I mean, plain and simple. I see a car ahead that's being wonky. I am going to lift and cry out, whereas the winners will floor it and just try to sneak on by. Now, old Dickie Covington behind is currently going faster than me, although I don't know if he's actually going faster than me or just that I'm lifting quite a lot, or that he's just kind of pacing himself back there and going to stay back at that distance. Maybe he wants to stay there. Why is the third brake marker, if you go back a few frames, the 3 brake marker is very dark. Like even darker than it would be in like shade. I mean, it's really dark. I don't know why. I notice things. It's amazing. Anyway, the point of the story is I don't know if the guy behind is just going to stay right back at that distance, because that's about the distance he's been the whole race. No matter what my speed is, he's about the same distance. So he might just be staying back there just because he wants to be safe like I am. Yeah. I tell you the truth, I've never really done particularly well at Road America. I've had some lovely races at Monza. I mean, if you want to go back and look at the Monza race the week before this, I've had some lovely races. I enjoyed Monza. Road America, for whatever reason, I've just never really been able to do much with it. And now with this car in its present condition, I'm even more scared. Now the problem we have here is that now that we're lap 4, tires are warm up. They're warm enough to. If I wanted to, I could push them. Maybe that's what Covington is doing behind. He's like, well, tires are now warm. We can push. I tell you the truth, I'm afraid. The problem is mostly with the tires when they're cold. That is mostly the problem. Shannon behind has disappeared from the relative. May reappear again, you never know. If you look at 3 there, I guess that is a shadow, because I saw more shadows below it, behind it, so. So Covington might be starting to push, because the tires being warmer means you can push more, but it's not a cure-all. The tires being warmer is not a 100% cure-all. It's never going to feel as good as it did in the past. I should get on the radio and tell Dickie that if he wants it, he can take it. I'm going faster every lap, and he's still coming, so I'm not that worried about it. I mean, 17th or 18th. It's dismal. It's a dismal result out of 21. I'm braking so early on these corners and accelerating so late. Out of 21 drivers, this is just terrible. I mean, and there's 3 cars a lap down. So, or maybe 4 cars now. A lap or more down. So. But that's it. So, actually, you know what? There was a fair amount of cars that went off on the opening lap, but I honestly, I thought there'd be a lot more. A lot of them were able to rejoin. And since then, nothing. All right, let's take a moment to look ahead. We've got Michael Bandini, car number 21. So the car ahead is the lowest I rating in the field. I don't know his safety rating, but his I rating, oh, we got a little gap behind him. His I rating is the lowest. So, I mean, he's going faster than I am. We're about the same speed. All right, well, see, maybe he'll finish, maybe he won't. Then we got Byron ahead of him. Byron is normally super speedy in these cars. He does a good job. 58 too. That's so slow, so slow. I don't dare go faster. I think I was in the 55s on Monday. But that's when I was pushing it. Actually, I didn't finish the race. It's a 10-minute race. I didn't finish 10 minutes when I was pushing it that fast. I can't go fast on Mondays. I push it and I go fast. Ask Ben, he knows. But I want to finish these races. Crashing out is no fun, even in practice. Oh, Michael Bandini. Speaking of the devil. Now he's going again. See if he picked up any damage. Well, that's what I mean. At any time, these cars can bite you. I'm giving it a little more speed in the corners.
The leader is running 52.3.
Yeah, so we're definitely getting lapped. And I did not fuel. I fueled. I could go with the entire race with the fuel that I started with, but it would be close. What did the guy say on the grid? Fuel's close or something like that? I figured I'd get lapped, but on the off case that somehow I didn't, like if there was a kerfuffle up front, then I would have enough fuel to squeak on by. But I figured I'd get lapped. I mean, that's pretty much a given in this series, isn't it? The guys, the Finns they got up front, they're crazy fast. And I guess you'd understand the Finns for have a reputation as excellent drivers, especially when the conditions are not at their best. And these tires make it feel like you're driving on ice at times. All right, so we got a little bit more gap behind. So that's good. Decent gap ahead. I can see the guy. That's important, just to be able to see him, keep an eye on him. Gives you a little motivation to go faster when you can see somebody. I mean, when I'm driving around, there's nobody else I can see. It's like, I'm just pedaling around. At least if you see a car, you have something to go after. The car behind, definitely see me. I mean, I see him right in my mirror, so gotta still be paying attention to him. Yeah, see, I took that corner a lot faster than I did earlier. But you cannot convince me to go out past the curbs on these on the corners. Even if they got runoff past that, no, I'm not. Like turn 5 there and Canada corner, they've got that extra runoff on the corner exits. I am not going over there at all. No, sir. Or madam. Because I do not trust the car one bit on those things. I don't know why. I mean, other people can do it. But for whatever reason, I don't like it. All right, so Bandini's definitely faster than me. He's pulling away, and he's got the lowest rating in the field, so his problem must be safety. He's got good speed. Well, perhaps not good speed, decent speed, and but as the lowest rated car, you know, he's been in a few accidents. I don't know what I've been talking about for the longest time, but let's move into it. Byron has gotten around Francisco Javier Lopez. I'm going to guess Francisco had a moment, because there's quite the gap between them. So Byron continues to move up as you expect him to. And Francisco was my we were in the same division for a few seasons there, a couple seasons there. So we were battling it out for the championships in our division, but then I moved up a division. Now in Division 3, which is a lot harder. This is the division Ben's in, so. Oh boy.
You got a toy car on the right.
Yeah, that's Bandini, and that the end of. You see what? I am not going out on that runoff. Several times, old Bandini's gone off there. I mean, I can't guarantee he went on the runoff, but I'm going to guess he did. And on lap 1, we saw people off for the runoff. I don't know what it is, but oh, you know what? They changed surfaces. Well, that doesn't make sense, does it? They changed how different surfaces react. Does that make sense? The grass, the sand. I'm going to guess the actual extra track runoff there, you know, things like that, where they feel different than they have in the past. And I'm going to guess track runoff feels different than the track. And for whatever reason, that is making me especially not like it. So it might not have been. There were Lotus 79 specific changes to the car or the tires, but there were also the off-track surface changes. So I'm wondering if that has some reason why I hate the runoffs so much. I've never really been a big fan of them, but now they just seem to be deadly. All right, 58s are horrible. I don't know where Ben gets his speed on Wednesdays. Ben on Mondays and on Wednesdays in practice, you know, it'll be my speed. We'll be fine. We'll race together. I'll be ahead of him sometimes. He'll be ahead of me sometimes. But on Wednesdays, Ben puts it in overdrive. Oh, Byron is dropped back down to us. All right. But Ben puts it into overdrive on Wednesdays and really does quite well. That's Ben Summers 1971. Oh, I saw me getting on that runoff and I was concerned. I am taking no chances. Yeah, I can't will myself into start taking chances. Into starting to take chances. And I can't will myself to use good grammar either. It's easier when I don't talk. I do some of these races without recording and talking, and I feel like I do much better. Talking is really rather distracting. Alright, so that's 9 laps in the books. Let's call it 11 more due. Doesn't really seem to be a battle at the lead there. 5 seconds between them. P1 and P2. Byron and Francisco are having a good time though. Passing each other back and forth. keep an eye on the relative. Or for any yellow flags that might pop up. Yeah, I don't think he's taking the runoff anymore either. Once bitten, twice shy. Twice bitten, even more shy, I suppose. What's that over to the right there? I saw some extra roads over there. Guess maybe just for parking and such. I should probably be paying attention to the road I'm actually driving on than the roads that are on the other sides of the barriers. Alright, taking the kink flat. I just don't want to get too greedy. There's no attrition now. We have the guys that went off at the start. Oh, the car number 6 is still running. Shannon is no more. I believe I was smart to let them go. You gotta know when to hold them. Oh! Yeah. You might want to rewind that and look in my mirror. I was looking at my mirror to see how close Richard was going to be on the straight. He was coming down into that corner really fast and just couldn't slow it down and went straight on. Yeah. He didn't hit anything, but he went in the grass. He was trying to stop it, but couldn't quite get it slowed down enough. Makes me feel better to have some breathing room back there. I think we're going to need a mistake from Michael again. I think he's got it in him, but just got to be patient and wait for it. Again, like I said at the start, I'm just happy to finish this one. That's the way Camel has been going. I don't know. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but because I know YouTube, they show these races just willy-nilly. If you don't catch them right when they're released, they just pop up in your recommended like at random. And even if you watch multiple of them in a row, they won't play in a row. So what are you gonna do? So yeah, but it's been a tough season. And it's only week 4. Yeah, I'm going faster. I am going faster. Burning fuel, trying to go faster. But I've got no answer for Bandini.
Leader is running 51.4.
You know, let's I'm not going to be doing 51.4s. Nowhere near that. Jeez, that's ridiculous. I mean, these low participation series. In other series, you know, the splits work out to where people of, you know, relatively equal speeds will face each other, but when there's only one race, everybody's in the same race. It can be crazy. You know, because most of us are just your weekend drivers are just out here to have a good time. Some of these guys are just so darn good. You always see videos about iRacers getting drives in real cars, being signed to a real team, and doing the actual racing. More real racers coming to iRacing. It's just crazy. They're so good. On the other hand, I have beaten some notable people like Lando Norris. I beat him on ovals and road. I've done it both. Usually through some argy-bargy. Well, also from speed, believe it or not, I do have some speed on ovals when I want to. I came out ovals, when I want to. I try to play it safe, work the cautions to where I don't have to take crazy chances and just, let the laps melt away while you're still in it, while other people are ruining their machinery, and then make a push for it. Well, Covington's coming back a little bit, but not by much. No, I hope I don't have to eat those words later. Bandini's doing really well ahead. I mean, he's just he like doubled his lead in the last few laps. He must be really pushing it now. That would make me the slowest car out here. Man, it's really hard to press the brakes. My leg is unhappy. Yeah, really unhappy. Oh, this is... I've actually looked into getting those hand controls. Of course. That's not... I'm trying. I said I was pushing more. But yeah, the hand controls, one, they're super expensive. Two, they're really not going to help me because half the time it's my paws that let me down instead of my legs. Gap between the top two stands steady at about 5 seconds. There's still 19 cars running. Kind of thinking, I don't know where number 6 is on track, relatively speaking. I mean, he could be 12 seconds behind and I wouldn't know it. If he's right behind P2. So he still could be in danger from him. Oh, no, oh, yeah, I'm almost a lap down. Okay, yeah, I was thinking, oh, no. All right, Covington's been overtaken, so keep your eye on Spear. No change in front of us. This is after the, tire tracks there. After the initial burst of muppetry, this has been an amazingly quiet race. Maybe because those who didn't crash knew to take it easy. I really thought there'd be a lot more.
57.2.
Only 3 cars have dropped out of this race. Which, given what we saw at the start, thought it would have been a lot more than that. Of course, sometimes you see cars just flying everywhere at the start. Especially at Road America here, because You've got grass on one side of the start and finish straight, and a big concrete pit wall on the other side. It's tight. You're squeezed in, so if people try to go 3 wide and move around and stuff, things can happen right at the start. We've seen that before. Saw that in the Road America 500. There you go. Contusion. Oh boy.
Left side. Clear on the left.
I just didn't want to lose it. I probably should have kept my line, let him go on around, but I think I made it pretty obvious that I was staying right. Because I was even, on the curb on the right, so I made it pretty obvious that I was trying my darndest to stay to the right. I mean, you can kind of do whatever you want just so the guy behind knows exactly what you're going to do. I mean, you can't do whatever you want, but as long as the person behind knows what you're up to, it's generally okay.
57.2.
I don't know where Ben is. If Ben is in the top 3 or so, you might be able to see him on the upper right-hand corner. I don't know if I show the top 3 or the top 5. But he's still out there, I know that. He was not one of the 3 to go out, so Ben's doing a good job.
Now stop on the right.
Bandini, did he take the runoff again? Looks like he took the runoff again. I don't think he should have done that, old Bandini. Oh! That's not the correct line either. That might cost me later if Bandini's gonna come back. Giving up that extra second or so. But I didn't want Juho behind me in this little section here because I'm fairly slow compared to everybody else. So Bandini's still on it. I mean, I really wasn't expecting to get ahead of him, but he had that second off right after the first off. He's currently faster than me, so don't be surprised to see him coming back. Don't be surprised to see him take me off either. Oh. Turner has a history of having his predictions come correct here. The odds are about 50-50, I'd say. He's going to take me off, or he won't. P19's on the bets. Finally giving up. I think they just gave up instead of crashed. I think they're just like, I've been so far behind everybody for so long, and the race is almost over. People have been known to do that. Yeah.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel left.
5 laps of fuel? We got 4 laps to drive since I'm a lap down. I'm not going to feel comfortable about Bandini, and so, yeah, he's taking the runoff every lap. I saw him back there in the mirror. I wanted to look in the mirror to see what he was doing, and he is taking the runoff. And he's had like three incidents in that corner already on the runoff. I mean, when do you stop using the runoff? Because it's costing you time, it's not making you time. If you do it correctly, it makes you time, but if you keep spinning on it, it's actually costing you time. That's why I'm not taking it, because I don't think it'll make me in it. He really slowed down and let that other guy through, unless he had another moment as well. Of course, now he's got the draft, so. Seems like I'm bottoming out some places on the track.
51.8.
There you go. Now, if I only had hot tires from the start, it felt comfortable. It's just so dodgy. So dodgy. Sketchy, dodgy, sketchy. We are car 16, P16. So some people say this is where I'm supposed to be. Although most of the people who've gone out are better than me, so I don't think this is where I'm supposed to be. I think I'm supposed to be further ahead. Yeah.
Left side. Clear.
Bandini's really back there now. The shadows are gone from the brake markers. Well, matching my car number currently with 2 laps to go. Not one will, broccoli behind us, not one will write home about.
56.8.
One of the few cars to be lapped. I mean, almost a 2-minute lap. It's long enough to where it doesn't really usually happen. Boy, throw all those words in together. It doesn't usually often happen. We'll give him a chance to get P3 if he can. So Ben's not in the top 6, but still, he's having a good race. That's Ben Summer, 1971. Grumpy 99 is in here. For you Grumpy fans. I don't know if he's streaming on Twitch or not. Maybe. 1 lap to go. We got white flag fever. My race will be over well before Ben's. No! Of course, we kind of figured that at the beginning. I'd only do a couple laps.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
Again, they all can't be super exciting. The start was pretty interesting. There's some things happening. But I'm fairly happy with how this turned out. At the beginning, I was really, really down. I had a lot of practice. Still, the car was spinning, but anytime I tried to push at all, It's really difficult. And a lot, like I said, a lot of people are unhappy with it. And that's very difficult to drive, especially on cold tires. Which, you know, maybe that was the way it was always supposed to be, because it seemed like it was before it was a fairly easy car to drive. You got the Lotus 49, which is, holy mackerel, incredibly difficult. The Lotus 79, which is somewhat difficult. Are we getting a freebie here? Did somebody run out of fuel? Did somebody crash in the last lap? Somebody just towed Fabio Duarte. Did you see that? From P14? He may have just crashed or towed. I think he towed. I think we're getting a freebie. Or he may have just quit. Yeah, that's not Francisco. Am I going to be 15th? I think I'm getting 15th. I got a discontinuity. What? Ah, don't park there! Come on, Broccoli. Hey, I did get 15. Something happened to that guy at the end. Normally I take the whole lap. I should take the whole lap because it's free SR, but I want to see what happened to that guy. Oh, you can't park there, Broccoli. Like, that's offline. You can park there if you want. Yeah, Fabio. What happened, Fabio? He may have run out of fuel or he may have crashed. One or the other. We will soon find out. Rewind, Fabio. I saw him just flash on the relative. Oh, yeah, I've crashed. I saw him in practice. He seemed unstable, but he was doing really well until the last lap here. He was doing really well. I saw him in practice. He had quite a few accidents, but that might have been just from pushing because the car is very difficult to drive. There's the runoff. Nope, okay, fine. Yeah, tires are warm. Oh, you're almost on the last lap. Oh, he got to the, yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh, the engine blows. Yeah. Capo. Got too far right. Hit that curb, bottoms the car. You lose your downforce. You lose it. And then the engine blows up and he's got nothing. Sits there for a bit and then he tows. Oh, he went all the way down to 18. He was already a lap down. He went 2 laps. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he just got passed after that. There you go. Spear. Started 21st. Tried to let Richard Covington go by at the start, but he wanted none of that. He didn't want anybody behind him. Smart move. Smart move, neither did I. So when I went and then got up to 15th at the end. And this was not. Oh, there's Ben and Krister, 8th and 9th. Good job, guys. I don't know where the rest of the group has been. Byron just didn't seem to have its day. Didn't finish the lead lap. That's good. But I would have thought he would have been higher up there because on Monday he was doing really well. Well, there you have it. 15th. We beat 7 guys. Beat a third of the field. If you would have asked me at the start of the race, hey, how do you feel about beating a third of the field? I would have been more than happy with it. You know, they can't all be fabulous races like the last one, but a good, decent result. I will take it. Join me next time, the Spear. Next time in the Lotus 79 is Zandvoort. We were just there in the Camel. It's the new Zandvoort scan. You know, they redid it for Formula One to get back on the Formula One schedule, and it's mostly the same, a little different. Turns 1 and what is that? 3, 4? I don't know. All right. See me next time. Spear with iRacing. Thanks for watching.